Alright, so a couple of days ago I put up a poll on what videos you guys wanted to see, and the top of the poll was reviews. So today I'm bringing God tier to this table. Can you guess what it is? Introducing the Casio A158W that's widely popular for its 80s retro design, its lightness, and oh, did I forget to tell you that it is $23 US? I'll put the link in the description for the watch, so if you like the watch enough, pick it up there. It's an affiliate, it'll help support the channel as well, so thank you. Welcome to God Tier Watches. My name is Koda, and here we do watch reviews, top 10 lists, and create watch discussions. So if you're interested in any of those things, consider subscribing for more content. Now let's get on to the review. Now I am doing a little unboxing. As you might expect from a Casio, the presentation of the box of a Casio is nothing of like a premium watch. But here it is. It's a very basic, it's got cardboard here, got the Casio branding, and you can see the Casio A158W A1 here. So let's open it up. Awesome, so the watch has fallen off, but that's okay. It's got a nice plastic case to protect the watch, or almost just put it on display, which is nice to see. And it's better than what I expected from Casio. Normally they just come in like a little cardboard box and you just almost throw away the package. But this one, I think it's nice. Let's get the first impressions of this watch, shall we? And here it is. Wow. First impressions. The photos never do it justice. It just looks good. It's Casio. You just know it's a Casio design when you look at it. It's just a timeless classic piece. Originally, the A159W was the predecessor of this model. That was released back in 1980, if I'm not mistaken. This is just a newer model coming around at 2009 that they first released, and yeah, they've released this ever since. So the fact that they're still producing is an indication that they're still selling these quite often, so that's good to see. Let's get some measurements out the way. So the dimensions goes is by 36.8 millimeters by 33.2 millimeters with a very, very slim 8.2 mils of thickness. And not to mention, the watch is very light, coming in only at 46 grams. Let's get the features also out the way. First of all, it's a Casio. So it's got a lot of features packed in this guy. It's got a small emitting light coming from the left side. I don't know if you can see that. I'll probably have to put the blinds down just to make sure you can see that clearly. It's honestly a bit weak, but it is charming to add it, but I wish it was a bit brighter. Yeah, some of my other Casios do a bit better, and it's an orange light instead. I would say that this is only good for really low light conditions, because the legibility even during the night with the lights doesn't really do much. So you can also set your alarm on this one. So if you want to wake up with this watch, you definitely can. Personally, I wouldn't use it just because I don't really wake up with watches. But also got a stopwatch. So the bottom right button here, you just hit to engage, hit again to stop, hit the light button to reset. Pretty simple. And it's also got an hourly time signal if you'd like it to. So it will ring every single hour. But I just turned that off just for the sake of it. But yeah, it's also got a 30-meter water resistance stated from Casio themselves. Now, due to its affordable pricing, it does only come with a polished silver resin case, but it does come with a stainless steel bracelet, which is very good to see. Very thin stainless steel though, so don't expect too crazy of a quality. Adjustment is basically just a simple folding clasp. Hooks onto this watch as so, if I can get it. There you go, and then just press down to lock it into place. And that's on your wrist snug. And it does conform to your wrist very nicely with this stainless steel bracelet. As you'd expect from Casio, they would fit very nicely. Now to adjust the size according to your wrist, you have this little arrow here and you just get something sharp. You can use a spring bar tool or anything as such, but I'm just using this little spoon and I'm just gonna flick it up the opposite way, the arrow pointing. So just like that, it comes off and you can adjust it. So it's just a slider and you just adjust it as so. And you just press it down to lock it into place. And yeah, that's all you do. Now I'll quickly mention that this is only just a resin glass. So you're not getting like sapphire crystal, unlike what you'd see at AliExpress at this price point, but that's fine. It is a digital quartz, so it does use a battery CR2016, which is quite commonly used in a lot of Casios, and has a 7-year battery life according to their website, so it's very impressive. It'll last you a very long time. You just use screwdrivers to take it out and replace the battery on this one. Now, as far as accuracy goes with the battery, Casio states a plus or minus 30 seconds a month, which is very good. It's going to be much better than your Rolex just because it's simply a quartz. Quartz, you can't go wrong with it. People can't look down on quartz, right? Quartz is just simply the best timekeeping. If you just simply want a tool that actually works and tells the time, quartz. Now that we've mentioned all the features, let's try this baby on. Now, would you just look at that? So perfect from Casio. I still haven't taken off the plastic film that's on top of this, just because it's for my partner actually, this watch, but I'm just quickly reviewing it before I give it to her and say goodbye to it. It's just so nice. Obviously Casios are not meant to give you that premium watch feel, but what Casios can do for you is truly pull off a watch from the retro design for such an affordable price. So can you really complain? And not to mention, I've got a lot of Casios in my collection. I'll show you a little photo for good reasons. And there's no shame in wearing a Casio. Just, I mean, look at it. It's so seamless. You can wear it to anywhere. Yeah, it's just lovely. And it's so light. You honestly can't feel it. And since it's so thin, you can fit it under the cuff super easily. Here are some outside wrist shots of this watch and throughout the house. But yeah, let me know what you think of this watch. I think it's amazing. Now we'll talk about the pros and cons because, you know, every watch isn't perfect. The first con I have is the fact that it is a resin case and resin glass instead of at least a hardlex crystal or just a stainless steel case. Now I know for the price you can't really ask for so much, but I would have paid the extra just so I could get the stainless steel case and at least a hardlex crystal or even a sapphire crystal, but Casio is not really known for doing sapphire crystal on their watches, which is fine. So yeah, but yeah. Obviously resin isn't as durable as a stainless steel case, so you can still mash it around and it's cheap anyway, so you won't feel like you're losing an arm and a leg by breaking the watch. So not too bad of a con. Now the second reason is just a low lit LED that's used on the watch. It is a bit lower compared to the other Casios I have, so it's a bit lower than my own standard with Casio's light. So even during the dark you won't be able to see it much, so just keep in mind of that. But I've got a Casio that lights up in orange and it lights up the whole watch very well, so I'll show you a little video of that. Yeah, a lot better compared to this Casio A158W. Very small niggle because you're not going to use much of the light anyway, but yeah. But that is honestly as far as it goes with the cons of this watch. Now we'll go on to the pros. Number one, 80s retro design. I love the 80s retro design they've used for this piece. They've released this watch, this exact same model back in 2009 and still producing to this day. But yeah, for those people who are older, will instantly get a gush of nostalgia seeing this piece. So it's very likable for any age really. Timeless design. Number two, affordability. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, it is only $23 US, at least on the Amazon website that I'm looking at from Australia. This watch is so lovely and I'm actually going to give it to my partner. So this is our first ever Casio. I'm changing her into a watch nerd. I've done it. I've completed life's mission. This is the start of a addicting hobby. Hope she doesn't go broke like me. But yeah, we hopped on Amazon, looked at watches, and we found this Casio at 35 AUD. So it was a no-brainer. We just picked it up instantly. And it's a unisex watch as well, so it would fit rather small for male, but some people like the small vintage look. It would fit a woman's wrist very fine. It's spare change kind of money, so your bank account won't get hurt too much. Don't worry. And not to mention, it has a 15mm bracelet, so yeah, it is gonna look small, so keep that in mind. If you do have a bigger wrist, it could work. I mean, if you like the smaller look, but smaller wrist is prioritized here, I reckon. And number three, brand heritage. Casio was founded back in 1946, just as a quick history lesson, and they originally made calculators which were very popular in their time, and so they decided to go forward with the technology of creating digital calculators into digital watches, and they made that back in 1974. And that was a year that Casio's watch sales went through the roof as well, so standing today, it is 50 years of anniversary of their watches being released, so happy 50th anniversary, Casio. I have provided the links down in the description for the Casio A158W on US, Canada, Australia and UK Amazon, just because most of my audience is from there. They are affiliate links, so they do support the channel here, so if you do, I appreciate it very much. Thank you for watching. My name is God Tier Watches, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!